Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2 gang, y'all, let's get it, y'all. Part 2 gang, y'all, let's get it. Like, share, subscribe, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. I was like, man, he was like, hey, Weezy, hey, look, let him get the nacho with us. I was like, yo, bro, first of all, pause, bro. Now, I ain't say that, because pause wasn't even invented for real like that. But I'm like, yo, bro, what do you mean let him get in the nacho? What you talking about getting the nacho? He was like, I'm saying I'm going to put up for him. I was like, you going to put up for him? I was like, yo, what do you mean? He was like, bro, y'all about to eat a nacho tonight, right? He was like, let me put up and let him get in the nacho. He was like, he good money, Weezy. He good money. He was like, matter of fact, he was like, hey, Chambers. Hey, Chambers. I was like, yo, bro, what you doing, bro? He was like, yo, come here. Come here. I never seen Jerome behave like this. He was like, come here. This word, dude, come. He was looking like, what you calling me for? He was like, and he walked over there. He was like, when I seen just one shoulder jerk, I already knew he was a shake, rattle, and roll. He was like, what's up? He was like, hey, look, man, this is the dude Weezy right here I was telling you about, man. I be rocking with, man. Good dude, though, man. He was like, hey. I was like, yo, what's up, bro? Did one of them pounds. I was like, yo, what's up? Because I didn't want to come off as a dude that was a shake, rattle, and roll basher. Like, that's, because I really don't care. Like, if you shake, rattle, and roll, you shake, rattle, and roll. It's my option to move however I want to move around and shake, rattle, and roll it. And I don't shake, rattle, and roll. So, like, I'm not going to be rude. Just don't disrespect me. So he was like, hey, he did one of them jobs. I was like, yo, what's up, bro? He was like, y'all eating a meal tonight? I was like, he pointed back at bro that make the joint. I was like, he was like, yeah, but I might wait though, man. I might wait, man. He went up the steps. He was like, man, Weezy, y'all crazy, man. He was weak. He go up the steps and the boy seeing the boy. I see the boy watching him go up the steps like. Anyway, he went back to his cell. Jerome was like, man, that's messed up, man. We was like, yo, look, bro. I said, listen, I'm telling you right now, Jerome, man, like, real talk, bro. Like, I don't got nothing to do, bro. Like I mind my business, bro. Like, I don't got nothing to do with that, bro. Real talk, bro. Like, I'm just trying to be polite without saying, like, look, bro, stay back. Like, I ain't want to do that, but I'm like, nah, look, real talk, Jerome, man. Like, I'm not a shake, rattle, and roller, bro. Those keep that away. Like, he like, I'm saying, like, that's what I'm saying. Y'all acting like y'all can't even, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, bro, listen, no, you do what you want to do, bro. He was like, I'm saying, though, you from the town, Weezy. I said, bro, listen, I wouldn't care if he lived in a duplex next door to me, bro, growing up. I don't care, bro. It don't matter. So, boom. I had to give him the count, like, let him know I'm serious a little bit. So, my homeboy up there laughing like, Weezy, hey, Weezy, yo, boy, crazy. I'm like, man, you wild, man. We all crazy, Weezy. Don't worry about it. I'll eat a meal with him, bro. Y'all go ahead, bro. I'm like, I know it. You know what I mean? So, like, I kind of laughed it off. Jerome laughed it off. My other homeboy up there is super weak. So I'm like, this junk crazy. So I go back up the steps because we were still waiting on the child. So I wanted to holler at bro. So as I'm going up the steps, I'm like, yo, bro, go in your cell, go in your cell. He slept right by the steps on the top tier, not too far from my cell. So I walk in bro's cell. He's like, yo, he think I'm gonna eat a meal with the freaking boy. I'm not eating a freaking meal with the, he said, I'm not eating a meal with the Tootsie Roll head looking dude with a do-rag, man. That's word. That's what he had looked like, word. He had a Tootsie Roll face, man. That's word, man. He used to have a do-rag. That man had a Tootsie Roll head. He looked like the dude on the do-rag cover. You know, like when you go buy the do-rag pack, he looked like one of them dudes on the do-rag pack, y'all. So boom. That's word. So me and bro John laughing. I'm like, dang, I was like, man, Jerome rock with him though, man. I was like, man, that's crazy. I was like, he can rock with him. But I just, you know, I'm gonna stay back. I'm gonna stay out of the way. So he like, yeah, man, I ain't eating no meat. He was like, we can still. I was like, look, let's make the bowl jumps, bro. I said, bro, let's make the bowl nachos, bro. And I'll just come get my jump. We locked down. He was like, bet. So we shoot the child together. So we tripping about it. So when we get in the child hall, we look, Jerome was sitting at the table with the dude. You know what I mean? It was him and two other people at the table, but he was at the table with the dude Chambers. So they all at the table eating. So we dip back. So after we eat, we dip back. We go back to the pod. So I went back doing my normal activity. That's staying out the way, being ducked off. So I went back in the cell. I'm just chilling, man. You know what I mean? Minding my business. looking at something on TV. It's almost afternoon time a little bit, almost shift change. I hear a knock at the door. Yo! I see Jerome tattoo. I'm like, I sit up. I'm like, yo. He was like, he opened the door. He was like, hey, look, hey, Weezy, hey, look. This is what I'm saying, though, Weezy, man. Like, man, if y'all rock with me, like, come on, bro. I said, bro, listen, you're not gonna convince me. Stop, bro. I basically told him stop. Like, stop, bro. He was like, no, I'm just saying, though, like, I don't want him to feel like the dudes I rock with, like, think he got a disease or something like that, bro. He just gay, bro. Like, I said, bro, listen, I dig it, man. I just ain't, you know, I ain't got no problems, bro. Like, just, like, leave me be, Jerome, basically, man. He was like, man, I'm saying, though, he was like, all right, well, look, let me borrow 2 block cheeses then. I'll give them back to you on the story. I said, what you need 2 block cheese for? He said, I'm about to make 2 raps. I said, you about to make 2 raps on with your boo, huh? He was like, man, go ahead with that, Weezy. I said, man, what you mean? I said, bro, you in love, bro, you in love. I'm joking. I said, you in love, you in love. He was like, in love? Hey, man, Weezy, go ahead with that, Weezy, man. Chill out, Weezy. I'm like, bro, I'm joking with you, man. He was like, bro, we my peoples, bro. I wanted to say, yeah, like, this is around that year of, you know, I can't remember, it's 13, something like 12, maybe 12 or something like that. But this is around the time where dudes like, yo, that's my peoples. Like, that saying is kind of expiring a little bit because, for one, that was a saying that I heard people use on Susses 2 a lot because that's what they used to say about the gay dudes that was with them. Yo, that's my peoples. You know what I mean? But you still had official dudes like, yo, bro, my peoples, man. Like, you know what I mean? And this, he ain't talking about no gay dudes. So it used to be up and down, pause. But at the same time, though, now that I've been on Lawrenceville for years, I haven't been hearing people say, yo, that's my peoples. Like, I haven't been hearing people say that. But like, to hear Jerome say that, like, it was bringing back old Susses 2 memories, y'all. So boom. He was like, yo, go say, though, Weezy, that's my peoples, though. I'm like, yeah, I bet it is. I ain't say that, though, but I'm hearing them out. And I basically just like, he like, no, I'm just saying, though, like, man, I ain't trying. I said, bro, look, bro, like, since this happened, I ain't even seen you hollering at no chicks. I'm still, that's what I do, though. I ain't even gonna lie, like, I'm a joker. Y'all already know that, like, I joke. I make people kind of, like, laugh, mad, all of that. I'm like, yo, bro, since that boy been in the pod, I ain't see you holler at no chicks. I ain't see you do the #1, the #1, I ain't see you do that, bro. I ain't see you do none of that, bro. Like, what's going on? He was like, nah, I'm just trying to get him situated in the pod. He was like, look, though, what's up with the block cheeses, though? He straight jumped around what we was just talking about. I'm like, yeah, you got you, bro. I was like, when the store ain't right, he was like, yeah. So I go in my bag, pulled out a mozzarella game and an American cheese game, the orange and the white. I was like, here you go, bro. I threw in the block cheeses, man. I was like, enjoy, man. When he walked out, I was like, enjoy, man. He was like, man, go ahead, Weezy, man. He dipped out. I waited till he get down the steps a little bit, and I came to the door. I put my cut on medium. I backed up like this, and I ducked down a little bit. Then I said, so you see my eyeballs on the side, but you gotta be dumb nosy to see that. I'm like, I looked up, I seen bro downstairs. This is my word, bro was downstairs. He was at the pizza. He was like, he had his food down, everything was getting prepped. He was at the table. He was like, the boy was right there. The boy had a little tight, little cut off bubble chuck. You know, the cut off sleeve game, they had a tight bubble chuck on. That's work. He down here. The boy got the suit. The boy like, the boy smashing John up. I look, I see Jerome like he looking for the butter knife. He grabbed the Sasha's word. As soon as he grabbed the Sasha's, I was like, I opened the junk wider. I was like, so boom. I already knew it though, because he can't hide this from me. He gotta understand. I've been locked up now, double digits. I have seen it all. I'm telling y'all, man, I've seen it all when it comes to Virginia stuff. I have seen it all, man. He couldn't hide that from me. And I have been around a friend that falls for a boy. The last dude I knew on Susses 2 that fell for a boy like that was regular. The next thing you know, he was shake, rattling, and rolling, man. When I finally caught him doing it, like not really caught him, like it was out in the open that he was doing it, the man's response was, hey, Weezy, it happened to the best of us, man. And for real, like since then, like it was a wrap. He was all the way full-fledged with it. So like, Jerome couldn't fool me, man. The only reason I didn't stand him was because I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, like he trying to really just make sure the boy well-being and all of that. But I'm like, nah. I started feeling like, nah, that ain't it right there. That ain't it right there, man. So like, I just let bro do him. You know what I mean? Like he ate the meal with him. They would go outside. Now this boy, he wasn't super crazy flamboyant acting like a woman type of boy. He was a regular prison boy. Like I'm talking about looking like he'll still rumble you, looking like he still could shoot hoops. Cause he used to go outside and work out with Jerome. So him and Jerome would be outside working out. You know what I mean? They out there on the yard, pull up ball game and everything. You know what I mean? The dude just gay. So the whole time Jerome was rocking with dude, man. Jerome was rocking with dude. Jerome was rocking with this dude the whole time. So I ain't even gonna lie. Remember I was telling y'all about that play with the tobacco that bro was trying to charge me 400. So I told him I couldn't do 400. He been it when me and him first had that conversation. He was like, well, so what would you do then? I was like, bro, I do 200, bro. Like, what you think this is, bro? Like, you wildin'. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, I got 200, you know what I mean? So me and him had that talk. He clapped the 200 like that wasn't enough. They had they play. I was like, I'm cool. I don't care about no tobacco. So with all this going on with Jerome, now they pull up on me. You know what I mean? Dude pull up on me. The only reason I think the dude pull up on me that be getting a pack is because he might have felt like, I think the only reason why dude pull up on me is because he had no other money. Like sometimes dude will mess the bread up. Then they need the bread. My people spent the bread. My people's bucked on the bread. It be all type of stuff going on. But I just felt like he really needed this money. That's why he pulled up on me with this play. So I had a knock at the door. Yo, this dude, he come in. He's like, Weezy, hey, look, you still got that 200. He ain't even say what's up or nothing. He was like, Weezy, you still got that 200. He ain't sit down. I was like, what's up? I was like, why, what's up? He was like, I mean, I'm asking because I need it. You know what I mean? I was like, all right, that's cool. But if you need it, then what's the play? Because I already know, I done been through this before too. I'm like, so what's the play? He like, man, the play is this, bro. Like, I'm going to break bread with you, bro. I'm going to give you half of the bag. So I'm like, oh, I get half of the bag now, huh? Because you need me, huh? He was like, no, I'm just saying, though, Weezy, like, you know, I got a gap. My half with another dude. So he was like, when you came the first time, that's why I was like 400. Because I'm gapping. See, I didn't know he was gapping. I knew he was rocking with another dude, but I didn't know he was gapping. You know what I mean? So if he would put me in the joint for 200, he would have had the gap. And like, now he got to do this because he needed 200. So I'm like, yeah, I got it, bro. I was like, look, so what's up? When they coming in? He was like, being Tuesday. It was Sunday. So I'm like, yo, that's cool, bro. I was like, that's a lot, bro. So I was like, let me get the numbers. You know what I mean? So he was like, all right. So he was like, I'll be back. So he dipped. You know what I mean? So when he came back, like, I didn't even know he had a jack, but I knew he had a jack, but I didn't know. But when he came back, he pulled out the phone. He was like, here. You know what I mean? So get the joint. Call my homeboy. Hey, bro, hey, look, man, when you get a chance, bro, I need a $200 card, bro. Where you at? You ain't by no Walgreens? Yeah, because I need that junk ASAP, bro. Yeah, when you leave there, bro, hey, look, get that junk for me, bro. And look, when you get it, text this number back. When you text the number back, let them know that's for me on the text. Yeah, everything Gucci, bro. Now, everything straight. Yeah. I'm going to reach out to you on the wall phone, bro. I'm going to call you, bro. Bet, good luck, bro. On the joint up, my joint a lot. You know what I mean? My man used to look out, make sure I'm straight, all type of stuff. So I was a lot. So he ain't the joint. He was like, appreciate you, bro. I'm like, nah, we good. I was like, Tuesday, right? He was like, yeah. I was like, all right, bro, that's a lot. So, bro, dip out. So now I come out to sell. Y'all know now I come out to get some eggs. I'm like, I got a situation now. You know what I mean? So now I come out in the pod. I'm looking around. I see freaking Jerome and the boy. They running wind sprints like from this handicap to the next handicap. It's probably like I'm trying to think of how the distance. It's not really a long distance, but like we running suicides. It look crazy. So I see Jerome. He like, then he finished and the boy come. I'm like, man, I'm looking at them like, I'm walking past them like, I see the dude that I know from the other city. He like, man, your homeboy gone, bro. I'm wrong. Finished as soon as he was like, he saw me. He was like, hey, Weezy. Oh, now you want to come out to sell? Now you want to come out to sell? Like, in the midst of him coming at me like this, I was debating in my mind, should I dap him up? I promise y'all, it was like he had like a 5-second walk to get to me. But it was like in slow motion. I was like, I was like, should I do it? I was like, yeah, bro, what's up, bro? You like, you finally come out. It's on you, James. I was like, James? He was like, yeah, Chambers. I saw you gave him a nickname now. He was like, man, go ahead, Weezy, man. I was like, man, you wild, man. I was like, yo, look, dude. I was like, yeah, bro, I'm about to get this tobacco game, bro. I was like, yeah, look. You know what I mean? But I used to get it for real. Jerome used to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't let Jerome do a little 1 and 2, but like, you know, I'm not thinking about it. But I'm so used to like hollering at him. So I'm like, yeah, bro, about to get the tobacco, da-da-da-da-da. He's like, oh, they finally messed with you. I was like, yeah, bro, came back. You know what I mean? Let me in, da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? He was like, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. He was like, yeah, this y'all crazy, man. He was like, man, for real though, man. He was like, man, I gotta holler at you about something later, though. I was like, for real? I was like, what's up? You good? He was like, yeah, everything good. Everything good. This word James was like, come on, Rome. He was like, hey, I'm hard at you later though, Weezy. I was like, all right. He was like, he started doing wind sprints again, y'all. So boom. I said, this dude is a psycho, man. I said, what's going on here, man? This is nuts right here. So I went on about my business because I didn't know what was going on. I didn't. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't know what was going on, man. That joke was crazy. But you know how you do something, then when you think about it later, you be like, bro, what you doing? Like, I ain't even gonna lie, bro used to be the only dude I would talk slight business with. You know what I mean? So like, I forgot that he kind of like got scanned and he's a shake, rattle, and roller potentially. You know what I mean? And I went back and gave him the count. Now, I wasn't thinking like bro was gonna ruin me or nothing like that. I just was like, yo, me and him wasn't kicking it like that no more. Half of it was because I was locked in the cell most majority of the time. And the other half was that he's becoming a shake, rattle, and roller. And he don't even know it. So like I was like, yo, why I tell bro, but I ain't paying nobody. So I went back in the cell, I got my bowl. I was like, man, I'm about to make me something to eat. So after I fixed up my stuff in the cell, I finally come back out. So when I come back out, I'm waiting in line by the microwave, you know what I mean? So I'm talking to another dude from Richmond, me and him waiting, me next in the microwave, so me and him kicking it. Then I went back, started looking at the TV. And then when I spotted Rome walking across the pod, that's what kind of like made me remember that bro said he had to holler at me. So I was seeing, I was like, hey, Jerome. He was like, what's up? I was like, where you going at? I already knew he was going. He was headed that way. That's my word towards that boy said. I was like, where you going? He was like, nowhere. He was like, hey, look, what's up? I said, I thought you had to holler at me. He was like, oh, yeah, bro. Hey, man, I'm going to holler at you, though. I said, what's up? He was like, is it important? He was like, no, I ain't nothing like that. It ain't nothing like, ain't no violence, it ain't nothing, you good. I was like, you sure? He was like, yeah. I was like, all right. So I went on and finished doing what I was doing. My word, as I'm standing at the microwave, my homeboy pull up on me, the one that I told you that's not from the city that been joking this whole situation. He was like, hey, look, he was a little short. He was like, hey, look. He was like, yo, man. He said, man, look, my celly said he don't know if he was tripping or not. He was like, man, he think he seen goddamn Jerome in the goddamn shower with that goddamn Tootsie-Roll face boy. I was like, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. He was like, man, that's my word. He was like, look, come to my cell. My roommate seen that shit. I was like, how the fuck your roommate seen it, man? He was like, because everybody was outside rec. I was like, I thought about it. I'm like, damn, I was in the cell with dude, you know what I mean, with the jack on the outside rec. So I'm like, he was like, when you finish, come up to my cell. So I'm like, all right, it's my word. So I shoot up their cell. Find this out, what's going on here. I get out that joint. He like, yo, I walk in the joint, his celly sitting on the bunk. I was like, what's up? He was like, man, look, I don't know what's going on. He was like, well, look, you know, me and such and such be playing pinochle at the table every day. You know, we don't go outside. I'm like, yeah. So what happened? He was like, man, all I'm saying is this. I looked up, I seen that boy get out the shower. He went out the shower, he ran straight to his cell. He was like 5 minutes later, I looked up, seeing Jerome getting out the shower. He tried to play it off like he was getting out the other shower. He said, it won't nobody in that middle shower, Weezy. It won't nobody in that middle shower. I was like, so you see, he was like, he had to be getting out the shower. Where else? He said that everybody came back from rec. It ain't look like it. I was like, he did a shake round and move like that? He was like, man, I seen him, Weezy. I was like, Jerome diabolical, y'all. So boom. This is crazy. This man shake round and roll out in public like that. I was like, man, he already hanging with that boy. My homeboy was like, yo, man. Like, yo, I ain't messing around like that. He was like, man, he can't smoke behind me no more. He can't do none of that, bro. Like, man, I don't know what he got going on. I was like, yo, I just started thinking like, man, see how you find stuff out, man. Like, I done smoked behind Rome a couple times, man, a few times. You know what I mean? Now he's like a shake, rally, and roller all the way. You know what I mean? But that's what be going on. That's the stuff that be happening, man. There's always some BS that be going on that makes stuff look like it's crazy. So now I'm like, yo, I tell him, bro, I said, look. I said, then he told me he need to holler at me. I went, what's that about? He said, you already know what it's about. He said, man, oh, man, shit. You already know that's what it be about. He probably gonna tell you they together now. I was like, man, I don't know if he gonna tell me that, though, bro. He was like, man, go find out. He was like, I'm gonna be on the top 10 watch. I'm gonna go find out. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna find out. You know what I mean? I shoot back down the steps like this. I'm like, I know bro ain't gonna tell me that he shake, rattle, and roll when I already know the count, man. Like, this gotta be something else. Get down the steps. I see him again. He like, I was like, yo, bro, what's good? He was like, oh, all right, hold on. So I'm standing over there waiting on him. I'm just like, man, bro. I was like, bro, crazy. I look, bro talking in chambers, man, but the way he talking to him on some like it didn't look right. It looked like he was, you know, like if you talking to somebody like, yo, you like, you know what I mean? Like, he was like on some smooth stuff, like, he seen me, he's like, hey, hold on. So he's a shake, rattle, and roll maniac, y'all. So boom, word, he over that jump. So I'm like, so I get in the microwave. Now they ain't too far from me. I'm at the microwave. I'm like, put my joint on 3 minutes. I was like, yo, Jerome, come here, man. What's up, man? He was like, hold on. He walked away from the boy. He was like, what's up? I was like, what's good? He's like, we backed up kind of like over here. This dude's by the microwave. This dude's waiting in line for the ice right there. The ice jump right there too. This dude's waiting in line for the ice. So me and him walk over kind of like in the corner a little bit. I was like, what's up, man? What's good? Everything good? He was like, yeah, everything good though, but I'm gonna holler at you though, cause I know, you know what I mean, you rock with me though, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you first. I'm like, tell me what, bro? Like, you been holding me in suspense for a minute. Like, what you talking about? What's going on here, man? He was like, man, I'm just saying, like for real though, Breezy, man, like being back around him, man, like, it's a little different now though, bro, cause like for real though, man, like, I ain't know he used to like me. You know what I mean? I said, he used to like you. What do you mean he used to like me? He was like, he told me he used to like me. I was like, so what? I said, why you ain't punch him in his face? He was like, punch him in his face. He looked at me like this is what I said. He was like, punch him in his face. Punch him in his face for what? Then I said, that's my peoples. I was like, bro, get to what you got to say, man. He was like, look, all I'm saying is this, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Judge me or not, bro. Like, I'm about to move in the cell with Chambers.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.